My beloved child, I invite you to listen to the whisper of my heart right now. I see your longing for comfort and the way your soul seeks a gentle voice to assure you of hope. Even when the night feels dark and your questions seem unending, I remain beside you, ready to embrace you in everlasting kindness. I am not distant, nor am I hidden. My presence surrounds you, and I speak into the deepest regions of your spirit. I call you my own, and I have formed you with purpose from the very beginning. In Genesis, I shaped humanity from dust and breathed life into their nostrils, and you are part of that holy design. I adore your uniqueness, and I desire for you to feel secure in my everlasting care. Look around, see the beauty of creation. All these wonders are signs of my goodness, each one reminding you that I am closer than your next breath. Yes, there are times you question my hand in your journey, but my hand never withdraws from you. I am your steadfast source of mercy, and I will never turn away from your tears. I understand how your heart can grow weary, yet I tenderly reach out to refresh you. Even when you feel overlooked by the world, remember that I choose you. I hold you in the palm of my hand, and I will not let you fall. You matter to me more than you realize. Take a moment now to breathe in my peace and acknowledge that I see you fully. I am the one who loves without limit, and you stand at the center of my affection. Take heart, for I am ever faithful, and I am leading you toward brighter horizons. I watch over you in every breath. I know you wonder at times if I hear your unuttered prayers. Be assured, my dear one, I am always listening, and I value every word that rises from your lips, or even from the silence of your soul. Like the psalmist who cried out for help in the night, your cries reach my ears swiftly. I am not an idle observer, but an involved father who delights in responding to the petitions of a sincere heart. There are moments you may feel your struggles are too small or too great for me, yet nothing escapes my compassionate gaze. I hold the stars in place, but I also tend to the sparrows. You are far more precious than a sparrow, and I am deeply invested in your well-being. Whenever fear knocks at the door of your mind, call upon my name. I will be your shield, the fortress that no storm can breach. Perhaps you have stumbled or grown discouraged. Even then, my grace abounds. Remember the words from the Gospel of John, where I declared I am the way, the truth, and the life. In me, you find not only eternal salvation, but daily refuge. Release your burdens, for I have brought you this far, and I will carry you forward. I am with you now and always. Trust in my promise. Trust is a difficult path when shadows of uncertainty linger. Yet, I invite you to step forth boldly. My love is not tepid or half-hearted. It is a mighty force that moves mountains for your sake. As I led my people through the Red Sea in Exodus, I can lead you through any sea of trouble you face. Do you doubt my power because you cannot always see immediate change? Rise above those doubts by remembering I operate on a divine timetable. Though you may wish for instant solutions, I am working in ways that build your character and reveal my glory. Hold tight to my hand, and you will witness that no trial is wasted. The tears you have shed water the soil of your faith, causing new growth to emerge. I am not angered by your questions. On the contrary, I invite you to ask, to seek, to knock. I am here, waiting to shower you with wisdom and insight. The old wounds that trouble you are not beyond my healing. Give them to me, even if your hands tremble in the process, for my hand is strong enough to lift you. In my presence, shame melts and hope rises. That is my gift to you today. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. When you look back over your life, you might wonder where I have been in your darkest hours. I was there, quietly working for your good. I stood by you when friends fell away, when finances crumbled, when nightmares kept you awake. I am the same one who promised in Psalm 46:1 to be your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You are never out of my sight, not for a single moment. Even if you feel unworthy, my love does not depend on your perfection, but on my nature, which is eternal compassion. Remember that your value is not measured by the standards of this world, but by the priceless worth I placed on you from the start. In my kingdom, you are treasured. Let your anxieties bow before my throne, for they cannot withstand the power of my presence. I wrap you in my mercy so you can stand up straight and face tomorrow with courage. Forgive yourself, for I have forgiven you. Allow my peace to penetrate the walls of your worries, bringing you a calm that this world cannot offer. These promises I give, not as empty words, but as an everlasting covenant. Look ahead with hope, for I lead your steps forward. I see how the chains of comparison can hold you down. Often, you measure your journey against others, wishing you had their gifts, their opportunities, or their confidence. But I tell you, you are my masterpiece, uniquely crafted for a distinct purpose. You need not mimic another's path, for I have shaped your footsteps with precision and care. My spirit resides in you, granting you a divine capacity that no one else can fulfill in the exact same way. When discouragement whispers that you lack the strength to advance, remember who it is that upholds you. I am the creator of heaven and earth, and I pour out my power into your being. Take heart from the story of David, who, though small in stature, slay Goliath with my help. I am not bound by mortal limitations. I delight in using the humble and the least expected to perform mighty deeds. Therefore, take a bold step in trust, knowing that I am working all things for your benefit. Your faith will blossom when you rely on me rather than your own might. I cherish your eagerness to grow, and I will not let your steps falter. Rejoice, for I bring you into new blessings. Sometimes you might feel an aching guilt over past mistakes or missed opportunities. Let me tell you, I am the God of redemption, and nothing you have done can overshadow my mercy. Your past does not disqualify you from my present or future. I see your remorse, and I draw near to bind your wounds, just as I cared for the brokenhearted in the days of old. Like the forgiven woman at the well, your story can become a testimony of renewed purpose. I do not crush a bruised reed. Instead, I carefully tend it so it may flourish again. Place your regrets in my hands and allow my forgiveness to erase the shadow of guilt that haunts you. Remember the words in the book of Revelation, where I promise to wipe every tear from your eyes. This is not mere sentiment. It is my assurance that I tenderly care for each sorrow you endure. Move forward, knowing that yesterday's wounds can become tomorrow's strength when submitted to my grace. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I understand the burden you carry in your heart, the secret hopes and fears you hesitate to share. I invite you to voice them to me, for my ears are always open. Do not hide behind a veil of perfection. I know your frailties, and still I accept you. Come as you are, with your doubts, your joys, your struggles, and lay them at my feet. I am both majestic and approachable, the Lord of heaven and the one who knows the number of hairs on your head. Embrace the comfort of prayer, not as a ritual, but as an intimate dialogue where your soul can pour out freely. In the scriptures, you see how I listened to Moses, Joshua, Hannah, and countless others. I listen to you in the same way. Believe that I will respond in my perfect timing, and keep your heart open to my guidance. When you pray with a trusting spirit, heaven stirs in response. Rest in the fact that I will never scold you for being honest. I delight in authenticity. In my presence, you are safe to cry, to laugh, or to simply be still. You are free to discover the power of my healing hand, which mends the places you thought would forever remain broken. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I also remind you that faith is not a static concept, but a dynamic force that grows stronger through testing. The process might feel uncomfortable, but the fruit is a resilient spirit that can stand when storms arise. If you study the book of Job, you see a man whose faith was shaken to its core, yet he held on, and I restored more than he had before. Allow this truth to sink deep. Your momentary trials serve to reveal my might and your capacity to persevere through my strength. Do not run from adversity, but invite me into it, so I can lead you to victory. When the winds of doubt begin to blow, anchor yourself in my promises. I am the steadfast rock on which you can build a life that remains unshaken. I desire that you experience the fullness of my provision, my guidance, and my gentleness. Lean on my word, for it is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. You are not left to guess or to figure out life on your own. I am here providing wisdom for every step you take. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. In the depths of your heart, you yearn for a tangible sign of my presence. Know that I am not hiding from you. I delight in revealing myself to those who seek me wholeheartedly. The still, small voice you perceive in quiet moments is my spirit, gently reassuring you that I am near. Do not expect flashing lights or thunderous sounds. Often, my approach is soft and intimate, comforting your soul in ways words cannot describe. When you pause to breathe and look at a sunset, feel the breeze, or marvel at a child's laughter, I am there. I rejoice when you recognize the wonder of my creation. Nothing escapes my hand, and I find joy in showing you the exquisite details of my workmanship. Remember the teachings in John, where I state I am the true vine, and you are branches designed to abide in me. Stay connected, for apart from me you can do nothing, but in me you will flourish. Open your heart to my daily whispers, and do not discount the power of the simple ways I choose to reveal myself. The intimacy you crave can be found in the quiet places where your heart leans in my direction. I watch over you in every breath. Hardship is part of the human experience, but take comfort in knowing you do not walk it alone. I have placed within you a strength that you yourself might not even recognize. Just as the prophet Elijah felt weary and alone, yet I renewed his soul and gave him power to continue his mission, I will do the same for you. The hand that forged mountains can uplift your spirit. The world might tell you that you are too frail, that your circumstances are too complex, but listen to my voice above the noise. I will provide strategies and relationships that help you navigate these seasons of trial. Cling to the hope that I have not forsaken you. Never once have I turned my face away. My timing can feel mysterious, yet it is always perfect. When I open a path, no force can shut it. When I close a door, it is for your protection. Trust that I see the entire canvas of your life, painted in colors you cannot yet fully discern. Every shade, every stroke is deliberate, aiming toward a portrait of redemption. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I am aware of the quiet loneliness that sometimes wraps around your heart. You wonder if anyone truly understands you. But remember this, I designed you, and I know your innermost thoughts before you even think them. You are fully known by me, and I cherish you. My desire is for you to feel the warmth of companionship both in my presence and through the community I place around you. If you feel isolated, do not despair. I am making divine connections to ensure you never stand alone. Think of the early disciples who found strength in one another, guided by my spirit to build a foundation of unity. You too are invited into a family of believers, a place to share your joys and your burdens. And even if human friendships waver, I remain your constant friend, always available, always receptive to your concerns. Let your heart be encouraged that you do not have to face your struggles without help. Just call on me, and I will send the support you need in my perfect timing. I am with you now and always. Trust in my promise. Sometimes you worry about whether you are pleasing me with your actions. Rest assured, I delight in your desire to honor me, yet I do not crush you with impossible demands. My grace covers your shortcomings, and my spirit guides you one step at a time. Your relationship with me is not a list of rules, but a daily journey of discovery and surrender. Open your heart to the promptings I give you, through my word and through that small, holy nudge within. If you ever stumble, remember that I am quick to forgive and swift to restore. I desire to see you grow in love, patience, and compassion. Like a caring gardener, I prune away what hinders your fruitfulness and fertilize what helps you bloom. In this process, you learn dependence on me, and your character is shaped into a reflection of my heart. Embrace this process, even when it means facing uncomfortable truths about yourself. For in recognizing your weakness, you give room for my strength to shine. My mercies are new every morning, and each dawn marks another opportunity to grow in my likeness. Never doubt, I hold you in my everlasting arms. My child, guard your mind against voices that whisper failure and despair. The enemy seeks to deceive you into believing you are forgotten or insignificant, but you are of great value to me. I lift you up with the same care I bestowed on the Israelites when I led them out of Egypt, guiding them with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. I lead you too, illuminating your next step. If you feel clouded by confusion, turn your gaze toward my word, which is ever true. Remember how my Son declared, I am the light of the world, inviting you to leave darkness behind. Do not fret about the opinions of men or the false labels thrown your way. Your identity is found in me alone, and I call you redeemed, chosen, and loved. So take a moment, breathe deeply, and release the lies that have no place in your life. When you do, you will sense my peace flowing into your mind, renewing your spirit, and lifting your burdens. Trust that I am writing a beautiful story within you, one that glorifies my name and fulfills your deepest longings. I watch over you in every breath. I marvel at the way you seek me with a yearning heart, even when life's pressures pile upon you. Know that your efforts are not in vain. Every small step of obedience, every moment you choose love over resentment, brings you closer to my heart. There is power in gentleness and forgiveness, and there is strength in humility. The world may scorn such virtues, but I exalt them. Did I not declare in my Sermon on the Mount that the meek shall inherit the earth? Hold fast to these virtues, for they are precious in my sight. Let your life become an offering of worship to me, not just in song, but in every action and choice you make. And when you feel discouraged, remember that I see the intentions of your heart, and I am pleased with your willingness to grow. My Spirit empowers you to live a life that radiates my glory, even in the face of adversity. You may feel small, but you carry the seed of divine greatness within you. No act of kindness is wasted, and no prayer goes unheard. I am cultivating something beautiful in you that will blossom in due time. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I see the hopes you nurture, the dreams you whisper only in the stillness of night. Though you may fear disappointment, I encourage you to lift those dreams up to me. I cherish your aspirations, and I am more than able to turn them into reality if they align with my plan for you. Never believe the lie that your desires are too grand or that you are unworthy of success. You are my handiwork, and I have placed those potentials inside of you for a reason. But remember, a seed must be watered and nurtured, just as your faith must be tested and grown. Do not despise the seasons of waiting. They refine your character and sharpen your purpose. Moses spent years in the desert before leading my people to freedom. David tended sheep before taking the throne. I use these seasons to teach you dependence on me. Let patience have its perfect work, and you will see abundant fruit. Remain faithful in small things, and I will open doors no one else can. I am a master planner, and your life is held securely in my hand. Continue forward with hope, for the dreams I stir in you have a purpose far greater than you currently imagine. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I understand that disappointment can leave a deep scar, making you reluctant to hope again. Sometimes, the weight of past pain shapes your perspective, casting shadows over my promises. But remember that I am faithful, and I do not falter in my word. Though people may fail you, I remain true. I know it is hard to trust when your heart has been bruised, but let my healing touch restore you. Like a physician treating a wound, I am tender and compassionate. Give me your bitterness, and I will replace it with assurance. Consider the cross, where I poured out love to redeem you. That same love flows through every generation, reaching you here and now. When you feel the sting of hurt resurfacing, invite me into that pain. I will bring light where darkness tried to dwell. Do not let disappointment write the final chapter of your story. I am crafting a redemptive arc that will surprise you with joy. Take my hand and rise above the limitations you have imposed on yourself. You are not too broken for me to use or bless. On the contrary, your testimony will shine brighter in the places you once felt defeated. I bless you. Move forward in peace. My child, reflect on the moments of grace you have already experienced, large and small. Perhaps it was a kind word from a stranger or an unexpected door opening, just when you needed it most. These are not coincidences, but glimpses of my hand at work. I move in mysterious ways, often invisibly, but always purposefully. When you look at Scripture, you see patterns of my providence: manna in the wilderness, water from a rock, a raven feeding Elijah. I delight in showing you that I am your provider. Take time to meditate on these mercies, for in remembering, your faith is nourished. Even in your present challenges, I am leaving traces of my grace. Open your eyes to them, and you will find reasons to rejoice. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to despair, and thanksgiving creates space for me to pour out more blessings. Let go of the idea that you must strive endlessly for my favor. My love is a gift, freely given. In embracing my love, you step into a stream of unending kindness. With that awareness, your heart learns to sing even in the valley, for you know I am with you. Remember, rejoice, for I bring you into new blessings. You sometimes question if you are called to a special task or ministry. Hear me now. Your very existence is a calling. Whether you serve quietly in your home or lead from a public platform, your faithfulness in whatever I place before you is precious to me. I do not judge greatness by human standards. A simple act of compassion given in love can echo through heaven more powerfully than loud proclamations without grace. When you offer a cup of water in my name or listen patiently to a troubled soul, you partner with me in ministry. I am the head, and you are my hands and feet, touching lives and spreading hope wherever you go. It is a sacred partnership that transforms hearts. Never believe you have too little to give. The widow's mite in Scripture was small, but it stood out before me more than abundant gifts given without true heart. So whatever your gift, however humble, dedicate it to me, and I will multiply its impact. In this way, you participate in my eternal kingdom and fulfill purposes that reach beyond your wildest imagination. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I wish to lift the veil of your anxiety. I see the heaviness that cloaks your mind, the unrelenting what-ifs that threaten your peace. Allow me to gently enter those spaces and bring light. Call my name when fear tightens its grip, and I will respond. My spirit provides a sound mind, not a spirit of timidity. You have no need to run from shadows. I am the light that casts them out. Take refuge in my promises, written for you in Scripture. When the voice of doubt roars, counter it with my word, which is more powerful than any lie. Hold fast to my assurance that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Fear loses its power in the presence of a greater love, and my love for you surpasses all understanding. The moment you shift your focus to my sufficiency, fear must recede. Do not feel ashamed of your struggles. Your honesty before me invites transformation. Together, we dismantle the chains that bind you, replacing them with my garments of praise and freedom. Step forth with boldness, for your past does not determine your future, and no obstacle can withstand my power at work within you. I am with you now and always. Trust in my promise. My heart rejoices when you seek to know me more deeply. When you read my word, when you pray, when you meditate on my nature, you draw nearer to the source of all life. There is a sacred hunger inside of you that only I can satisfy. As you invest time in our relationship, you will find that temporary pleasures and distractions lose their appeal. I am the living water. He who drinks of me will never thirst again. Find rest in my embrace, free from the weight of performance. I already know you intimately, your flaws and your strengths, and yet I pursue you. Respond to my invitation to discover the height, depth, and breadth of my love. This love is not mere emotion. It is a spiritual reality that actively sustains you, even when you are unaware. Immerse yourself in its warmth, and you will emerge renewed, ready to face the world with a bright countenance. Scarcity. Mentality has no place in my presence, for I am an abundant God. Open your hands, let go of what you cling to, and receive my gifts with gratitude. Stand in wonder, for you are part of my eternal purpose, and nothing can separate you from my everlasting care. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I realize how pressing your responsibilities can be, and how quickly they wear down your soul. You labor and toil, worried that if you stop, everything will crumble. Remember that I am the sustainer of all things. I invite you to rest, just as I rested on the seventh day in Genesis, not because I was tired, but to set an example for you. When you pause to seek me, you recognize that the universe does not depend on your constant striving. I can accomplish more in your stillness than you can achieve in your busiest moment. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. Slow down, breathe, and let your soul recuperate in my presence. This rhythm of work and rest is not a sign of weakness, but of obedience and trust. Do not let the demands of life draw you away from this sacred practice. In the quiet, you hear my voice more clearly. In the stillness, your anxious thoughts are quieted, and you remember who I am and who you are in me. Amid your responsibilities, allow me to shoulder the yoke with you so that your burden becomes light. Never doubt, I hold you in my everlasting arms. My precious one, I celebrate each time you choose compassion over judgment. I see how your heart yearns for mercy because you yourself have tasted my mercy. In a world that often reacts with criticism and harsh words, every kind act you offer shines like a beacon. Remember the parable of the Good Samaritan. He went beyond social boundaries to care for a wounded stranger. You too are called to show such radical love, not out of obligation, but out of a heart transformed by my grace. As you pour out kindness, you will discover a deeper joy that the world cannot understand. When you sow seeds of compassion, expect a harvest of healing for others and for yourself. Even if your efforts are not recognized or appreciated, know that I take notice. I smile upon your willingness to bless those who cannot return the favor. This is a powerful testimony that pierces hardened hearts and reveals the true nature of my kingdom. Do not grow weary in doing good, for your eternal reward is secure. Love with abandon, for I am the source who replenishes your compassion when you are spent. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Never forget that your hope in me is firm and unmovable. While earthly things change and decay, I am constant yesterday, today, and forever. It is tempting to build your security on careers, relationships, or material wealth, but none of these can endure like my faithfulness. Look at the figures of Scripture who stood strong in trial: Abraham waiting for a promised son, Daniel facing lions, the apostles preaching despite persecution. Their hope was not in human assistance, but in my steadfast character. Follow their example and fix your gaze on me. When temporary things fail or shift, you will not be shaken. Build your life on the unfading foundation of my word, and you will remain steadfast when the wind blows and the rains fall. Anchor yourself in the truth that I am for you, not against you. From Genesis to Revelation, my story is one of pursuing humanity with redemptive love. Allow your soul to find its true rest in my unchanging goodness. If you feel wavering, cry out, and I will stabilize your heart. My hope is not an illusion. It is a divine promise that I will bring you into new beginnings and eternal joy. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I treasure your willingness to confide in me, even when you are afraid you might say the wrong things. Your sincerity matters more to me than eloquence. Talk to me about your day, your disappointments, and your successes. Vent your frustrations, ask questions, and even share your moments of anger or sadness. I can handle everything you bring my way. Remember how the psalmists poured out their griefs, doubts, and praises in poetic form? They held nothing back because they knew I was big enough to bear their souls' cries. You have the same freedom. In fact, I welcome it. The more transparent you are with me, the more you will experience the tangible comfort and guidance of my spirit. When you lay bare your heart, I am able to apply healing balm to the wounds you hide. Do not censor yourself with me. I am the one who sees all anyway. Nothing you share will make me turn away or love you less. On the contrary, authenticity opens a door for deeper intimacy between us. In my presence, you can breathe freely, assured that my acceptance is not conditional but rooted in unfailing love. I bless you. Move forward in peace. There will be moments when you stand at a crossroads, unsure which path to take. Invite me into your decision-making process. Too often, you might rush ahead based on your own understanding, only to find yourself overwhelmed. But I am the waymaker, perfect in wisdom and knowledge. Ask of me, and I will direct your steps. My guidance may come through Scripture, through a timely word from a fellow believer, or through the inner peace that confirms you are on the right track. Even if you feel you have made a wrong turn, remember that I am capable of redeeming any detour. Nothing is beyond my reach. When the choices seem equally daunting, trust that I can lead you gently toward what is best for your spiritual growth and kingdom impact. Patience is a virtue here, for my timing surpasses human reasoning. Listen for my voice in the quiet moments, and do not dismiss the spiritual checks I place in your heart as mere hunches. These are often my way of cautioning or encouraging you. Remember that I am the God who sees the end from the beginning, and I am committed to walking with you every step of the journey. Never doubt, I hold you in my everlasting arms. I am mindful of your fragility, and I do not despise your need for reassurance. You live in a world that frequently questions my existence or power, yet I am here, the same yesterday, today, and forever. Each new sunrise is a testament to my handiwork. Each blade of grass and each blossom declares my glory. Though the world may grow loud with skepticism, my creation continues to proclaim me. In the book of Revelation, you read of eternal praise before my throne. That same praise echoes in the heart of anyone who seeks me. If you yearn for more proof, remember the countless times I have intervened in your life, even in ways you did not initially recognize. I have delivered you, saved you from hidden dangers, and provided encouragement at just the right moment. These are not accidents but divine appointments. Hold on to these memories as stones of remembrance, just as the Israelites did after crossing the Jordan. Let them inspire confidence that I am the living God, ever present and ever able to amaze you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. My heart is stirred with compassion when I see you striving to prove your worth to others, or even to yourself. Child, your worth is found in me. Before you achieved anything, before you won praise or faced criticism, I declared you valuable. This value is not a reward for good behavior. It is an intrinsic attribute of who you are as my creation. When you become burdened by the need to appear perfect, remind yourself that I already know your flaws, and I love you fully, just the same. Embrace the freedom that comes from living for an audience of one. You will no longer be tossed by the opinions of others when you understand that I alone define your identity. This is liberating, for it removes the exhausting burden of constantly seeking approval. Remember the scripture that says, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" Relax in the safety of my acceptance, and you will discover the joy of being genuinely you. I watch over you in every breath. I invite you to observe that even your struggles can be turned into lessons of grace. Where you see deficits, I see opportunities to show my faithfulness. In the areas of your character that still need refinement, I am patiently shaping you like a potter with clay. When you encounter spiritual dryness, remember that those seasons of wilderness often precede a greater revelation of my glory. The Israelites wandered before entering the promised land, and Jesus fasted in the desert before beginning his public ministry. Do not despise these periods of testing. They produce resilience and dependence on me. If you find yourself faltering, look to my Son, who overcame every temptation. I offer you the same Spirit that strengthened him. Bring your struggles before my throne, and together we will turn them into testimonies. When you emerge from these trials, you will be able to encourage others with the comfort you have received. This is how my family grows stronger, by sharing in one another's victories and carrying each other in weakness. Do not underestimate how powerful your story can be when redeemed by my hand. I am with you now and always. Trust in my promise. Often, you worry about your loved ones, wondering if they will find their own path to hope and truth. Know that I care for them even more deeply than you do. Lift them up in prayer and allow me to work in their hearts. Do not carry the weight of responsibility that belongs to me. Be a shining example of my love, patient and gentle in all your dealings. Let your light so shine that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Sometimes change comes slowly, but I am never delayed. I can reach souls in the most unexpected ways. A kind word, a timely scripture, or an act of compassion may open their eyes to my goodness. Trust that my Spirit is actively moving, even when you see no outward proof. Your prayers avail much, for I listen and I respond. Leave room for my timing. Your urgency is not always my schedule. However, my longing for their redemption exceeds even yours, and I am capable of bringing forth a harvest in their hearts. Be still and know that I am God. Let hope rise within you, for I draw them closer in love. As you near the end of these reflections, remember that I never grow tired of you. Our journey together is ongoing, ever deepening. Keep seeking me, and you will find that my grace knows no limits. I am the God who restores. Whether your future is clear or cloudy, walk forward in the assurance that I hold each moment in my hand. My grace continually renews your heart. My goodness is far beyond human understanding, and my love is truly amazing. Do not fret about what lies ahead, for I have already prepared the path you will tread. Embrace the faith that moves mountains, the hope that dispels darkness, and the love that changes lives. I am breathing life into your dreams, igniting hope in your spirit, and filling your days with purpose. Rejoice in the knowledge that you are precious, redeemed, and called to greater things. I will never leave you nor forsake you. In every moment, remember that you are so deeply, tenderly, and eternally loved. Look ahead with hope, for I lead your steps forward.